Happy Wednesday. How are you? It's April from Mama Loves Food and Dinner Hero. I hope you're having a wonderful night and had a wonderful week. A great Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, we made it through 2 holidays so far. Halloween, Thanksgiving, the big one's coming up next. Well, I guess, I don't know. Is New Year's bigger than Hanukkah and Christmas and Kwanzaa and all that? I don't know. Festivus in our house, but anyway, I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving and were able to relax and spend time with family or by yourself if that's what you wanted. Our casserole that we made last week was a big hit. Almost no leftovers, and we did those 2 big pans, so that was a yay. Anyway, when you pop on, make sure to say hi so we know you're here. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I'm just waiting for it to come up on Facebook. We're going to do 2 recipes tonight from the new book, Dinner Hero. And you guys, I'm so excited. Look. We have the real copy now. The nice copy with the, well, that's not a picture, but with the beautiful pictures. Full color. Oh my goodness. Like, do you see how high quality that paper is? It's gorgeous. Anyway, but we'll talk about it a little bit more. I'm going to pop over here now that I can see us on the thing and do some sharing. I am not getting comments on my screen, so that's really frustrating, unfortunately. I'll have to pop over and look at them here. I don't get them all, though, so I apologize. Hey. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Virginia. Hi, Janet. Hi, Samara. Hi, Robin. I apologize. Comments are not coming up over there. Let me see if I can get them on my phone. While that is loading. Okay. While that's loading, I'm going to pop over here and do some shares super quick. We're going to do 2 recipes. So I'm actually heading out of town tomorrow afternoon with my oldest son, one of my best girlfriends, and her oldest son. They both just turned 13 in the last few weeks. And we're going to take them to New York City for a long weekend. I'm really excited about it. We got an Airbnb in Brooklyn, and yeah, I'm excited. So my husband said, can you do a couple recipes that I can feed the kids while you're gone? So we're going to do another casserole. I promise this book is not all casseroles. But we're going to do another casserole, and then we're going to do his personal favorite from the book, or I don't know, one of his favorites, he says. The Philly chicken cheesesteaks. Chicken cheesesteaks. Chicken sloppy cheesesteak. I'll have to look it up. Anyway, we're going to do those 2. They're super easy, super quick. And I think you'll love them. All right, so we're sharing first to Miss Lynn's page, 365 Days of Baking. Make sure you say hi to her and subscribe to her page. I'm still not seeing any comments. I'm so sorry, guys. We're going to share to... Are you guys having a good day? And we're going to share to the Dinner Hero page. Those of you who got the book, I hope you love it. So far, just the ebook, obviously, has gone out. Several people made pre-orders. I'm super excited. It should start shipping next week. And like I said, I got my preliminary copy to make sure that everything looks good and in order. And I'm so happy with it, you guys. I hope you love it as much as I do, because I just love it. I love it. And those of you who don't want to wait for physical book, there's the combo. You can get the combo, the book, and the ebook. That's a lot less expensive than doing them separately. And then there's, if you want to buy them for all your girlfriends and sisters and husbands and brothers and wives and uncles and everybody else, we're going to share to Princess Pinky Girl, Miss Jen. There's a combo where you can buy 3 books or 5 books, and you get a significant discount if you do that. So, yeah, all kinds of options, guys. All kinds of options. I strongly suggest at least getting the ebook so that you can pop it on your phone or on your Kindle or on your computer and see what we're cooking. It's a great system. It's a really great system. And we'll talk about it a little bit more in just a minute. I'm sorry, I'm almost done with this. We're going to share to Miss Stephanie's page, Spaceships and Laser Beams. Pew, 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 pew. Speaking of which, do you guys like my shirt? I love you to the Death Star and back. Alright, I'm hoping that when I pull up my phone, I'll be able to read your comments, because I really hate doing a blind show. I really like to be able to interact and chat and know that we're on the same page with everything. Okay, and now we're going to share it into the Mama Loves Food group. If you're not in the Mama Loves Food group, I would love if you joined us over there. We hang out all week long, just talking about food and family and fun times and all that good stuff. It's just a great community. We kind of carry over the comments from here over to there and just enjoy each other's company all week. And then I'm going to share into, if you have purchased, by the way, if you have purchased the Dinner Hero book already, I want you, and you haven't joined the Dinner Hero group, make sure you do that. Go back to your email, look at the email receipt you got after you purchased, and there will be on it a link to the private Dinner Hero group. And that is just for people who have purchased the book. And I'd love if you joined us over there. Okay. We're going to send out the text message alert. If you don't get the messenger or text message alerts, Kelly can give you a link to sign up for those in the comments. I believe there's probably also a link to that in the description. So if you share this video, share it to your wall, you'll be able to get all that information in the description as well. All right. So we're going to send that. And we're going to send that. All right, you guys should get your alerts really soon. And I'm going to pull up our recipes. Okay, I'm going to pull this up and see if we can get some comments going. I know we're kind of a long start right now. Let's see. Hi, Annalise. Hi, Grace. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Margie. It's really me. Hi, Beverly. Hi, Linda. Got the text. All right, good. Okay, so it looks like I am getting comments from now. Ooh, I thought that was going to come crashing down. There we go. Kelly just gave the link. Hi, Miss Darla. Got the message, Kathy. All right. Whew. Hi, how are you? Okay, so we're going to make two things tonight. We're going to make the sloppy chicken cheesesteak. Super easy. We need olive oil, diced sweet peppers, diced onion, minced garlic, chicken bouillon, seasoned salt, chicken, mozzarella cheese, and buns. This one is my husband. He loves this one. Ridiculously easy to make. And then the second one is one that my kids really love. My kids are really, are your kids big casserole eaters? We lost our comments again. I don't know what's going on with this. I'm so sorry. My kids love a casserole. Oh, there's one I haven't watched in a long time. Well, we're glad you're here. My kids love casseroles. So this is a broccoli casserole. It's super basic. Water, ranch dressing mix, instant rice, Mexican blend cheese. Sometimes it's called Fiesta blend cheese, depending on where you buy it. Cream cheese, broccoli, and cooked chicken. So, hi, Miss Patty. Got the message. Hi, Cynthia. How are you? Hi, Brenda. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the book real quick. This is our new book. Now, you're going to go, April, why is it just plain white? This is so weird. Well, I don't understand. It's intentional. It's intentional, okay? So, we have all the pages in here. These are nice, thick, cookbook-like pages. It's not... Okay, so somebody asked me last week, they said, here, we'll just open this up so you can see. Somebody asked me last week, they said, are the pages laminated? And I was like, no, they're not laminated. In my crazy, overtired mind, I'm thinking like, you know, second grade teacher laminates things so that you can rewrite on them. Yes, the pages are laminated. They're laminated. They're not like copy paper. They're not second grade teacher laminated. They're like book laminated, right? Like you would get in a regular cookbook. Yes, these are cookbook pages in a binder. These are not copy paper pages in a binder. So I just want to clear that up because I know I probably sounded like a crazy person when I was like, no, but you can see how they catch the light. They've got the lamination on them, so if you splash them with sauce, you'll be able to just wipe them off, just like a regular book. Anyway, I mean, I wouldn't go soak them in the bathtub. I'm not saying that. They're not waterproof, but they are that coated feeling. Okay, so tonight we're going to do, where is it? Is that it? That is not it. I tabbed a few that I wanted to do. We're going to do the sloppy chicken cheesesteaks. And like I said, I'm going to show you why we don't have a front. And this was intentional because what I like to do with my notebooks is this. Take it out, put it in the front, and now I can stand this up in my kitchen and read my recipe. So smart, so smart. I've actually pulled the other one up on the computer so I can see both at the same time. And there you go. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start on the casserole first because we're going to prepare the rice. I hate that I can't see comments. This is driving me absolutely mad. I'm getting like one or two here and there. Hi from Toronto, Miss Nancy. I have a book. You can get it. There's a link to the shop in the comments. Kelly can drop it below. Also, since we're still doing pre-sale, since we haven't started shipping just yet, we should start shipping next week. But since we're still in pre-sale, I'm extending the coupon. So the coupon code is, hold on, let me find out. I don't want to say it wrong. The coupon code is PREORDER, all one word, PREORDER. If you put that in the cart with any of the books and then add the bonus printables, the $5 bonus printables, it's got a whole bunch of extra stuff, to your cart, you'll get them free. So use the bonus code or the coupon code PREORDER. That's going to be good for another few days until we start shipping, in which case it's not going to be pre-order anymore. All right, so we're going to do rice. We're going to do, where did I put it? I put everything out. Ranch dressing mix. We just need one of these. And we're going to start with that. So we need, what did I say? I changed the screen. Hi, Miss Becca. Hi, Michael. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Mom. We got a lot of friends on tonight. Okay, so we need 4 cups of water, 1 packet ranch dressing mix, 4 cups of instant rice, 3 cups of shredded cheese, half a cup of cream cheese, a pound of broccoli, and a pound of cooked chicken. Oh, also you guys, last week people were like, it's a lot of food to cook. So I just want to tell you so let's pause for a minute. The premise of the cookbook is being able to get dinner on the table every night without meal planning. I hate meal planning. I'm not good at it. You know, occasionally I'll think ahead a day or two. But generally speaking, I'm not very good at meal planning. I'm going to go ahead and fill this with water while we talk. Where's my... So I developed a system over the last 10 years for my family, not specifically to write a cookbook. I never had any intention of doing that. But, and the system is that I have a specific grocery list of things that I always have in my house, whether it's in the freezer, pantry, refrigerator, whatnot. And then I have a set number of recipes that I can always make from that list, right? And then I'm right here. I'm just filling up with water. Sorry. Almost done, I promise. I actually meant to do the rice first, but that's okay. So you've got this grocery list, and from this grocery list you can make 100 or so recipes. Right now, the cookbook has over 75 recipes in it from this one grocery list, and you're gonna go, well, April, anyone can make a grocery list, right? No, this is a grocery list of things that you probably already have in your house. There's maybe a handful of things you'll have to buy, but it's really, really basic stuff. It's nothing crazy. And then what I do, and you don't have to do this, which is why I'm showing you the frozen bag of chicken, right? But what I typically do, so I just put the ranch dressing mix in the water. So it's gonna season our rice when it cooks. But what I typically do is I will have a big cooking day about every other week, once a month or so, and I will cook 20, 30, sometimes 40 pounds of meat, and then I portion it out into 1 pound servings, and then I freeze them. And so any given night, I've got all these different meats to choose from. And the recipes in the cookbook all tell you which meats I prefer with each recipe, but then also, if you don't want to use those meats, it gives all the different ones. So I don't know if I'm explaining this very well. Honestly, I feel like I need to work on the elevator pitch, but it is what it is. I don't know why I just moved that measuring cup either. So right now we've got 4 cups of seasoned water in here, and then we want to put 4 cups of instant rice. And if you've got any questions, I'd love if you asked. I don't know that I'll see them though, because the comments are wonky. Somebody just said, you're backward tonight. Yeah, you know what? I don't know why Facebook has stopped putting us the correct way, because I put the toggle on that tells me, and then it doesn't do it. It doesn't work. I'm backwards, which is super frustrating, especially when I want you to see my pretty cookbook. Anyway, so I'll show you the recipe or the the ingredient list so you can see that it's not like super crazy. It's not. It's, you know, really, really basic pantry staples that most people have in their house. Might have to buy a couple new things, but for the most part, it's just really basic stuff. And it's just a way to not have the same dinner every night, right? Because we all do that. We get in a rut and we end up like, well, I can make tacos 4 nights in a row, and we can, but this is a way to not do that. And I laugh. You have to laugh. I have to laugh. You have to laugh. I don't know. Someone's laughing. This recipe, this cooking system kind of started with tacos because it was so easy to make tacos. It was so easy to pull a pound of ground beef out of the freezer. Okay, so don't do what I just did. Measure the rice first, not the water, otherwise it sticks like that. Anyway, so you guys can see, it's just equal parts water, seasoned water, and rice. I'm going to cover it, and then I'm going to put it in the microwave for like 6 minutes, and then we're going to let it rest for another few minutes. And while we do that, we'll start with the sandwiches. I'm still right here. I'm sorry. I know we used to have a microwave behind us, but it was taking up so much counter space that I moved it because it was just taking up all the counter space. Sorry about that. Anyway, I don't know if I'm explaining this right. I hope I am, but I don't know if I am. So let me just show you real quick. So at the beginning of the book, you've got the title page, the accolades. We've got our table of contents. So it has what is a dinner hero, how to stock your kitchen, how to prepare your protein. So we have an entire section. Not only do we have 75 plus recipes in the book, but we have an entire section on how to prepare your protein. So if you add those up, it's probably closer to 90 or 100 recipes. But I don't really count those as recipes. Those are more skill building, right? So we explain what it is. We explain that I had 11,000 children in just a few years. I had, well, 5, but I had 5 children by the time my oldest son was 6. So it was a lot. And the system came out of necessity, but it's wonderful. It works really, really well. And then we go into how to stock your kitchen. So it's broken down here. And then we've got our quick grocery shopping list. So this is the entire thing, and I know it's backwards, I apologize, but it really is very basic stuff. You know, salt, pepper, cinnamon, garlic salt, taco packet, taco seasoning packets, ranch, we just used ranch. You know, I've got different types of pasta I like to use, and if you've got a certain one type of pasta you like, you don't have to buy 4, right? You can stick with one, it's not a big deal. And then we talk about using, and you'll see in just a minute, we're going to do it again. The other kicker in this book, which I think is super important, is there's no perishable food really. You can substitute at any given point in your recipe. If I say frozen chopped peppers, you can, or if I say chopped peppers, let's say, you can use a bag of frozen or you can use fresh. That is totally fine either way. The idea though is that you can have that frozen bag of chopped peppers in your freezer and be able to do this at any given time. You don't have to worry about having a ton of fresh produce in the house. The only fresh produce we talk about in this book, I believe, is lettuce and then some garnishes. I like to use parsley and cilantro. No recipe is going to taste bad without that stuff, right? That's just bonus stuff. And then I do, we use evaporated milk so it doesn't go bad. Again, you can substitute for regular milk. If you keep a gallon of milk in your fridge, by all means, use your gallon of milk. And then we do use a few cheeses, cream cheese or cottage cheese, the Mexican blend, butter, and sour cream. And really, those are the only perishables. So then we get into, not only do I do the list, but then I go through each ingredient and I say why I put it in this book and what my thinking is behind that. So we go through every single one of those, and we're going to skip forward. And then we go to how to cook your proteins. Like I said, I go through. The book calls for just a few main proteins: chicken, beef. We use eggs a little bit, and yeah, that's what really it. It's chicken and beef in the form of ground beef, meatballs. You can use steak, and then any cut of chicken is fine. But in the how to cook your proteins, we actually go through how to cook way more proteins than that. We do pork and I believe we have seafoods and different ways to cook the eggs and different ways to cook everything, so that you're not stuck just doing one method. And then we have all the recipes in here. And like I said, there's a note section in every single one that says, try it like this, try it like that. So you're not stuck with the same thing. But there are lots and lots. And then we have some goodies in the back. So if you have any questions, let me know. It is available right now. The ebook is only $17. The physical book that's just like that, exactly what you're seeing, comes with the binder. You don't have to go buy your own binder. Is $37. And yeah, that's that. All right, let's go ahead and get started on this. I know I'm just yammering away. I really should have been yammering away while I was cooking, but apparently I'm not good at multitasking. So anyway, so yeah, we talk about how to cook all those proteins, but one of the great things about the book is that, I don't know why this isn't working. One of the great things about the book is if you don't have time to cook your proteins, you can grab a bag. What is wrong with me? Hey, Wes. Oh, never mind. I got it. I got it. You can grab a bag of pre-cooked chicken. You can grab a bag of frozen cooked meatballs. I got it. I'm sorry, I couldn't get the cord in. You can grab a rotisserie chicken. You can use canned chicken in most of these recipes. So it really, really lends itself to easy, fast cooking if you need it to be, but also you could cook your chicken from scratch, right? You can cook it in the moment if you want to do it all at once. That's totally fine too. Okay, so now we're going to do the sloppy chicken cheesesteak, which is this one. My husband loves this one. It calls for olive oil, diced sweet peppers, onion, minced garlic, bouillon, chicken bouillon, seasoned salt, chicken, shredded mozzarella cheese, and buns. I'm actually going to double this recipe because this one's a big hit in our house. I mean, they're both very popular, but we're going to double this one. And I'm just going to grab, I'm still right here, I'm just grabbing, I forgot the garlic out. Oh, I'm still right here. So I'm going to show you. We've got the mozzarella cheese. We're going with the pre-shredded. We've got a bag of frozen chopped onions that I've left on the counter just a little while, so it's basically thawed. And then I've got, that's the same thing. And then I've got this bag of chopped sweet peppers. And I've actually got a second bag, so I'm going to double that. Right? Right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, so it says in a large skillet, saute peppers, onion, garlic, bouillon, and seasoned salt, and a small amount of olive oil. We can do that. We can totally do that. So we're going to put this on that. I'm going to grab the olive oil. I'm apparently not going to grab the olive oil from that direction because my kids used it all. I'm going to grab the olive oil from the other direction. Sorry that I keep leaving the frame, guys. I don't know what my deal is. I'm coming right back, though, I promise. Okay, so we're going to... This is just an electric skillet. It's easy because I don't have a stove in the island, obviously. So I'm just putting a little bit of olive oil. Where'd my garlic go? We're gonna do, it says, tablespoon of minced garlic. So we're gonna go ahead and do 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. I feel like you just can't go wrong with garlic, right? 1, 2, yum. That is the Death Star on my shirt. I love you to the Death Star and back, baby. Alright, and then it calls for 1 cup of diced onion. We're going to do 2 cups, which is roughly what's in here. Just grabbing scissors. You guys, I was so proud of myself for laying everything out so nicely. And then I did this. Apparently I didn't have everything out. So we're going to do about 2 cups of onion. I may have done a little more than 2 cups in that, but I don't know. Alright. I'm going to lower the heat on this a little bit. Alright. We're going to saute peppers, onion, garlic, bouillon, seasoned salt. Alright, let's get the bouillon and the seasoned salt. Seasoned salt and bouillon. Hi, Miss Luann. Hi, Rosario. How are you? Gorgeous. I hope everyone's well tonight. And don't forget, I forgot to mention it last week, we are still doing the screen cap contest. So whoever can get the most ridiculous screen cap of me, and then pop it in the group later, Kelly will choose a winner at the end of the week on Sunday-ish. And they'll get a free trip to Starbucks on me. Okay, what did I say? Half a teaspoon seasoned salt, so we need 1 teaspoon seasoned salt. Hi, Miss Luann. I adore you. You guys are wonderful. So who got the book? Anybody on the show that got the book? We had a bunch of orders come in over Thanksgiving. I know it was kind of a weird week to let it release, but it was finally done. I just wanted to let it out. Alright, and then we need a teaspoon of bouillon. So we're going to do, what did I just do with the bouillon? We're going to do 2 teaspoons of bouillon. You can also do 2 cubes of bouillon. They're equal in measurement. I really like this better than bouillon. I think it's very good. I don't know if it actually is better than bouillon, but I really like it, so we'll do that. Okay. I hate that I'm only getting every, like, 15th comment. Terry's gonna get it. Don't forget, guys, if you get it before next week, whenever we start shipping orders, the pre-order coupon is gonna go away. So as of right now, we have not started shipping. I am hoping to start shipping next week. But until that time, if you order before we have an exact shipping date, then use the coupon pre-order, all one word, and put it in the, you put the bonus materials in the cart with your book. So you get a book, any version of the book. It can be the ebook, it can be the printed book, it can be any of the bundles. Put that in along with the bonus materials. And then use the coupon pre-order. You'll get those bonus materials totes free, 100%. And for those of you that are curious, if you purchase the book, the ebook, there is no wait. It comes immediately as soon as your payment clears. Literally on the same screen, your screen will change to, and there will be a download link. If you are not prepared to download it in that moment, do not worry. Don't click the download link. But there will also be a download link in your email. Also, I feel like people are not seeing it. I might have to go back and make the link more obvious. But also in that invoice link that says you, or I guess receipt. It's not an invoice because you've already paid. In the receipt link, there's going to be a link to our private Facebook group that's just for Dinner Heroes. So make sure you go and join. Oh, I guess that those peppers were still cold. Anyway, yeah, make sure you follow that link and join the private group. There's only, I think, like 15 or 20 people in there so far. So I think it means that the link isn't obvious because we're missing a whole lot of people from the group. So if you are somebody that purchased already and didn't realize there was a group to join, make sure you go back to your email. And if you didn't, if you accidentally deleted the email or something, just shoot me a message and we'll make sure you get in there. Yeah, that's the deal. Kelly just put a link to the book. All right, so it says saute onion, garlic, bouillon, seasoned salt, and a small amount of olive oil. It's coming back up to heat. I should have fully defrosted those, which I did not. They were still a little bit icy, so that's why they're taking a minute, but it'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. These recipes are very forgiving, you guys, and I know you can hear my microwave beeping, but we want to leave those at least like 5 or 7 minutes so that the rice absorbs all that moisture and all that flavor. So once this kind of bubbles up and gets all hot, we're going to add the chicken, and then we're going to stir in the cheese at the last minute. And then I'm going to go ahead and get a tray out here, and I'm going to scream for Wes again. He's going to get annoyed, but we're going to do it anyway. Hey, Wes! Because he only got me 1 tray, and I needed 2. How dare he? Anyway, so we've got our tray. And do you mind getting me another one of these trays, please?
Sure.
Thanks. And I'm going to go ahead and put the sandwiches together already. You don't have to. You do run the risk of the buns getting a little soggy, but I also find that my kids like to just grab them out as already made sandwiches, so it works nicely. I just screwed that around the edges so it would heat up a little bit more. I did not put pre-order on my book. Shoot me a message if you purchased a book and forgot to use the coupon, and I'll help you out. We'll make sure that you get those. We'll make sure that everything's fair. No worries. No worries. Alright. So that is heating up nicely. I'm going to throw in. So this is 1.38 pounds. Now you're going to remember, or maybe you don't know, in the book, you can get, he needs to get water. We're going to, in the book, we portion everything in 1 pound. Every recipe calls for 1 pound of meat. But that's 1 pound of meat before cooking. So this, at about 1.4 pounds, is actually going to be about 2 portions. Because obviously you're going to lose some of that weight when you cook it, because you're going to, the juices are going to cook out, right? So this is actually just about right for 2 portions. That said, we're doubling this, like I said, so we're going to dump this whole bag of chicken in here. What's cooking? We've got some sloppy chicken cheesesteaks. We've got some sloppy chicken cheesesteaks happening over here. And then we're just pop them in. Cooked chicken. Like I said, you can use canned chicken, you can use rotisserie chicken, you can make your chicken ahead, like we suggest doing. It's very versatile. Perfect for the busy family. Perfect for that young, recently graduated person who's like, oh hey, I can't afford to go out to dinner every night because my student loans are due now. You know, perfect for your son or daughter that is going off to college and living in an apartment by themselves or with some friends, and they never learned how to cook. It's really just, it's just a great system. I love it. Makes me happy. All right, we're going to cover that up. That chicken was not frozen, but it was still very cold. So we're going to cover that up and let it really, really heat up well. I'm frozen. No, I hope everybody else isn't frozen. Shoot. And we also haven't been drinking at all. Cheers. What are we drinking? So I am drinking iced tea. Keeping it super fancy. Okay. Let me go ahead and turn this computer back on that just turned off on me, so we can get the other recipes. So right now, in the skillet, we have the sloppy chicken cheesesteaks. And I was going to do the buns, but we'll do that. We'll do that in just a second, because I'm going to go ahead and get the rice out of the microwave. And we're working on for our broccoli casserole. Ooh, that's hot. That is very hot. We're going to grab some, I was going to say oven mitts, but they're not really oven mitts. Okay, so we've got our seasoned rice here. Like I said, we just used a packet of, what did we use? We used a packet of ranch dressing mix to season that, give it a little extra flavor. And you could use, if you want to change this recipe up a little bit, you could use taco seasoning, you could use chili seasoning, you could use just some bouillon. Any of those will work. So we're just going to fluff that rice up a little bit. Hi, Miss Helene. And, okay. So we've got 4 cups of water, packet of ranch dressing mix, 4 cups of instant rice. So we're going to whisk water. We did that part. In a large bowl, mix together prepared rice, 2 cups of shredded cheese, cream cheese, broccoli, and chicken. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just do it right in the casserole dish, so I don't dirty another bowl, because my lovely husband does all the dishes, and sometimes I go a little overboard. I'm not going to lie. And I don't want to do that tonight, because we're already doing 2 recipes, so that already means there's going to be a decent amount of dishes. So let's go ahead and put the rice in. Alright, so I know I keep disappearing from the frame. Every time I disappear from the frame, the viewership goes, and I know those are probably people listening without sound, because they're like, oh, is it over? I don't know what's happening. I'm not really sure why I'm doing this with a spoon. I could just dump it in, but I'm just gonna commit to it. I feel like this is what's happening. This is what we're doing right now. Anyway, do you guys have any good systems that you love for getting dinner on the table without stress? Do you guys meal plan? I mean, you certainly could meal plan with this cookbook. You don't. The point is just that you don't have to, right? The idea is that any given time you can make any recipe in the cookbook without any warning, because you've got these things in your freezer, in your pantry, in your fridge, whatever. Okay, got all the rice in here. Now we need to, that is the wrong recipe. A large bowl mixed together prepared rice, 2 cups of shredded cheese. We're going to do 2 cups of shredded, and I'm not going to bake this one. I'm going to go ahead and just put eating instructions on the top so that when Wes, that's about a cup. When Wes is ready, that's about a cup, to cook it, he can just heat it up so it's not double baked. We don't want it to dry out. Alright, so you've got 2 cups of shredded cheese, cream cheese. Where's our cream cheese? Calls for about a 1/2 cup of cream cheese. Let's do this. I've lost comments almost completely now. So all these recipes you're cooking now are from your new recipe book. Today, yeah, these 2 recipes are from the new cookbook. I mean, this isn't going to turn into the all dinner hero all the time show if that's what you're asking. But you want to make sure your cream cheese is softened. But yeah, I'm excited about the cookbook, so we're going to cook from it for a little bit. We're going to do that. I hope y'all don't mind. Yeah, make sure your cream cheese is softened. Really, you want to make it more softened than mine. Mine's not super soft. But we're just going to chop it up and give it a good mix, and it should be fine. There we go, it's starting to melt. Because this rice is nice and hot, remember? We just took it out of the microwave. That's how I measure it, right? I feel like if you've done it long enough, you have a pretty good eye for how much something is, what'll work. I mean, I certainly wouldn't suggest baking like that. Tammy's going to order her book. I love it. If you just go to dinnerhero.com, you'll see the sales page that explains it, or if you just want to go straight to the ordering, go to dinnerhero.com/shop. But you can get to the shop by just straight old dinnerhero.com. So we're just going to keep mushing that around. Because I'm going to add the cold chicken and the cold broccoli. So we want to make sure our cheese is well mixed in. Now, my kids are a little bit spice averse, so I'm not adding, we don't add, most of the recipes, there's only I think 2 recipes that have any sort of kick, and we do have alternate preparation methods in there if you don't like anything with kick. But most of them are very mild recipes, so you can feed them to your 2-year-old or your 32-year-old. And but if you want, if you want to add a little kick, you certainly could add a splash of red hot sauce, or like I said, a packet of taco or chili seasoning. Oh yeah, this is getting nice and cheesy and creamy and perfect. Okay, good. So we're gonna pop in the broccoli and the chicken, and then we're gonna top it with a little bit more cheese. So this is 2 pounds of broccoli, so we're gonna put about half of this in. I lost my scissors again, so we're going to use the cream cheese knife. I mean, and really, if you wanted to make it super broccoli, you could just put the whole thing in if you wanted, but we're going to do about a little more than half. Okay. I give it a little stir, and you can put other veggies in if you want. You can do however you like. These are a little more frozen than anticipated. You really should thaw them first. But it'll still be yummy. It's okay. You didn't see that, right? Nobody saw that? Alright, and then we've got another bag of that chicken. And we are going to add that too. I don't know why I did the broccoli separately. So again, this is enough for 2 of the recipes, and I'm not endorsing any particular brand. This one was on sale at Publix today, so that was perfect. But there are several different brands of the pre-cooked chicken. Yes, I have cream cheese all over my fingers now. So I'm going to pour about half this chicken in. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead, some of these pieces are really big, so I'm just going to chop them up into smaller bite-sized pieces. And this is still cooking. It doesn't need to go that long. You guys, that was probably done 5 minutes ago, but since we're doing 2, it's going to keep cooking. And it's not going to go bad or anything in there. I don't have any comments. I don't know what you want to know. I have no idea. Facebook is being mean. So the reason we're making these 2 recipes tonight is because, if you guys weren't here at the beginning of the show, I was saying my oldest son just turned 13 a couple weeks ago. Gosh, sorry. My throat is so dry. My oldest son just turned 13 a couple weeks ago, and I promised my kids for their 13th birthday they could choose somewhere to go on an adventure with Mom. I travel a ton for work. Ooh, that was steamy and hot. I travel a ton for work, and they're always so jealous that I get to go to new places. So I said, when you turn 13, I will take you somewhere reasonably priced, nothing crazy. So my son said, do you think we could do New York City? And I looked up flights, and they were so reasonable. And his best friend's mom is one of my very good friends. And so I said, hey, do you guys want to tag along and share a hotel room? So they're going along too, and it's just going to be a really grand adventure, and I'm very excited. So we head out tomorrow. Anyway, so Wes asked if I wouldn't mind, since I'm going to be cooking on the show anyway, if I wouldn't mind going ahead and doing a couple things that he could, excuse me, I almost sneezed. I could, hi from Ontario, Miss Laura. Is that Laura or Lori? Sorry, you can catch it. This is really not an ideal spoon to be doing this with, by the way. It's not even a spoon, it's a spatula. I'm going to use my hands because I'm gross. You guys can all report me to the gross food police, but I'm just gonna shove it all in. That's what's gonna happen. Shove it in. Do you guys touch your food when you make it? Smells so good though, by the way. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's better. I'm gonna rinse my hands off now. They're very cream cheesy. I'm gonna do more than rinse. I'm gonna use soap and water. Ah, much better. Okay. Sorry about that. And now we're gonna just top it with about 1 more cup of cheese. And then I'll put it in the fridge, and Wes can make it for the kids tomorrow night. And he'll just pop it in like a, I think I said 350-degree oven or so for about 45-ish minutes until heated all the way through. You really don't have to worry too much about coming up to, food safe temperature since all these things are already cooked, right? So we're not putting anything raw in here. So you could technically just scoop it out and microwave it if you wanted, but I very, very strongly suggest putting it in the oven. So there we go. There's our broccoli chicken casserole. Now we're going to come over here, and we've got in this skillet, I feel like we might have boiled these peppers to death, but that's okay. They'll still taste delicious. We've got grilled chicken, or chicken breast, I don't know, it's probably not actually grilled. Chicken breast, peppers, onions, bouillon, seasoned salt, and garlic. And now it's really hot. And we're just going to stir in, right at the very end, we're going to stir in 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. So that's about half of this package. I can get it open. Thanks, Miss Tana. All right. I'm going to put this on low heat, so we'll actually still get some. There we go. So I'm putting about half of this package in. There we go. 2 cups-ish. That might not have been totally, no, just warm, there we go. And I'm just going to gently stir it in. Hopefully you can see what we're doing until it's melted. Oh wait, we doubled this. We doubled this. I'm a liar. We doubled this. We're going to put the whole bag in. I was wondering why it didn't seem as cheesy as usual. Alright. That's more like it. Yes. All the cheese. Alright. So good. So good, so good. I got you. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you, Miss Janet. Have you guys done any adventures with your kids individually? I'm pretty excited about it. You know, we have a big family. And so I don't spend as much one-on-one time with, you know, the kids as I would like. So this will be fun. Okay, so now we're going to get our buns. Buns. She said buns. She said buns. I prefer, if I'm eating them, which I am not this time, to get the sesame buns because they tend to be bigger, and I love that. My kids don't like the sesame buns as much, so we're using the boring plain buns. But, I mean, Wes is watching them for 4 days, so I guess I can't complain. Anyway, so I've got 8 buns here. And the rest of the recipe calls for, as written, 4 large buns. But we've got 8 smaller buns, and then I've got another package over there if we need more, since we're using smaller buns than I normally do. And then I'm just going to scoop. Oh my god, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And pile. Everyone's going to get some cheesy goodness. Oh my goodness. This is not diet food, by the way. Not everything in this cookbook is super cheesy and unhealthy. Just a few things. There are salads and chilies and soups and casseroles and chicken bakes, and which sounds like a casserole, but I promise it's not. Alright. Try to make sure we get it on the buns. I'm doing these a little smaller, so we'll have extra. Whoa! Isn't that gorgeous? I'll show this to you when I pan out. And then you can just heat it up in the microwave, or you can heat it up in the toaster oven. I'd probably personally heat it up in the toaster oven, but he's a dude, so I don't know if he will. I just don't know. There we go. Gorgeous tray. Hi, Miss Bridget. How are you? And like I said, yes, we do run the risk of them getting a little soggy because we're doing them ahead. But I also know this is just easier for Wes. So I would not normally do them ahead like this, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go ahead and do these last 2. I'm going to just kind of shove them in here. And then I'm going to put the remaining in a Tupperware dish so that if he wants to just eat it in a bowl, or if he wants to put it over like potato or rice or something, he can do that too. What do we think of that? Do we think that's genius or just weird? Maybe a little bit of both? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, who's going to make this? Who's going to make this? I really want a sandwich. I already ate dinner. I don't need a sandwich, but I want one. That was a very long string of cheese. I'm going to just like... Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's a real full sandwich. Okay. We're good. Oh my goodness. Yum. Okay. We've got our tray of sloppy chicken cheese sticks. I keep calling them Philly. They're not Philly. Apparently we're taking my sweatshirt with it. Sloppy chicken cheese steaks. I'm just going to put some foil on this, stick it in the fridge, and then, like I said, he can pull out sandwiches as he wants, heat them up in the microwave, heat them up in the toaster oven, whatever you want. I apologize, I'm not seeing every comment. Look at that cheese, I know. But if you want to try and ask any questions, please do. If they don't get answered, please feel free to shoot me a message. I do look at and answer all of our messages. It is me. It is not like some random person. The ebook is $17. If you order it, it will be instantly delivered as soon as you put your payment through. The link to download will appear on the screen. If you're not prepared to download it, if you're on your phone and you really want it on your iPad and not your phone, don't worry about it. Just don't download it from that screen, and you'll get an email with that download link as well. The printed book, which I'll show you again in just a second, is $37. And that gets you the whole thing printed on professional quality paper. Like we said, it's the laminated paper, so it's the thicker, really nice, legitimate cookbook paper. It's not, I know it looks like it's maybe a little bit, because it's in a binder, but again, I did that purposely. I love binder books. I want to be able to add more recipes as we, grow, and I want you to be able to add recipes, because I want you to look at the list and go, oh, I can also make my baked potato soup with this list. I can also make this. I can also make that, right? So I liked the idea of having a binder that could grow with our creativity. There we go. So you can add that to things if you want. So like I said, the recipe calls for large buns, which is why we have so much extra. All right. So like I said, it comes in a binder so we can do this. So we can put our recipe in the front, stand it up. It works as a recipe stand. I'm going to go ahead and stick it right back in where it belongs. This one goes in the section called, I think it's like bready things. I went real fancy. Sandwiches, pizzas, and other bready things. That's where this one belongs. So I'm going to stick that back in. And then I'm going to show you. The other reason, like I said, is so we can add more recipes later. And you can take them out and photocopy them if you want. Whatever you want to do. And somebody did send me, so you can see, like, these are thick, high-quality pages. These are not cheapy. I did not hire some, random, nobody printer. We've got, everything's being professionally printed. If you order, you will get the binder. And the pages will come shrink-wrapped. So you'll take them out of the shrink wrap and put them in the binder how you want. And they come with a couple pages for notes. A freezer stash key, a food labels key, if you want to photocopy it and then use it. We've got a monthly meal planning key if you want to make photocopies of that. Or if you purchased the, you can purchase the bonus printables, and you'll get all of these, and you'll get the color version if you have a color printer, but it also includes a black and white printer friendly version, so it doesn't have all this. It won't print like big blocks of color. It'll just print the outlines for you. I don't want anybody spending $1,000 on ink. That would be terrible. And then we've got some kitchen vocab. And yeah, this is the book. So it's over, I think it's 154, 155, something like that, pages. Over 75 recipes, not including all the recipes for how to cook the proteins. If you add those up, it's probably closer to 190, 200 recipes. If you have any questions, shoot me a message. Again, since it has not started shipping yet, it should hopefully start shipping next week. But until that time, if you use the coupon code PREORDER, all one word, when you check out, put your book, any version of the book, it can be the ebook, the printed book, any of the bundles, put that in your cart. Also add the bonus printables, and then use the coupon code PREORDER. And the printables will be totally free. So, let me know if you have any questions. I apologize that we have no comments. So, oh, I just got one. Are there dessert recipes in this book too? There are not, but this is all savory. But I am hoping to have one of our future editions. So like I said, I'm hoping that, maybe every quarter or maybe once a year, whatever works out in the end, to be adding extra recipes, right? So I'm hoping that we will do a dessert chapter at some point. So maybe dessert, maybe a breakfast, maybe a snack, maybe a sides. But yeah, no, there's no desserts in it as it's written. But maybe you can be creative and teach us how to make some from it. So anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'm going to go clean up this kitchen, and I'm going to pack. And I'm going to head out tomorrow. But I will still be checking messages. So if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me one. And yeah. If you don't get me, you can bother Kelly. You can tell her I said that too. Y'all gorgeous. Thank you for hanging out. Have a great night, and I'll see you next week. I can't hit this button. I can't reach it.